After 7 events, we're finally here. The final event of IMM Season 1. And we're here for the marathon today. A huge course here for some great lap racing. As Penguin holds the lead in the championship at the moment.
Yeah, marathon here, it's gonna be quite different than the other variations of it we have seen today. It's gonna be 2 heats of 5 laps, and then we're gonna have 1 final heat with 10 laps to determine a championship. We have 3 marbles left in the championship. Here are the permutations of the championship coming up right now. Candy Cane must finish 3rd or higher, Quartz must place 2nd or higher, and Penguin must finish 4th or higher. There's a sneak peek at what the heats are going to be in as we're going to now move into the test run, I do believe. Yes, it will be the test run, which will be the final time these marbles will become test teams before they join Season 2 of IMM, which will happen after MMI Season 3. You can see this course is quite similar to the first marathon track of MMI Season 1. It looks like Inferno has to lead here in this track. Does change slightly different here. There's a lot of chances for overtaking, especially in that last funnel there, that last green funnel. A lot of changes can happen, and that will decide our championship as well. It's like Inferno actually won the race, as we're now going to take a look at the replays here. Those blockers in the funnels will be a lot for these marbles, maybe too much, you can say. See, take a look at the heats will be based on seeding, so I think Candy Cane will be on its own separate heat, and Penguin Quartz will be in a different heat, so we'll see how that runs out here.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the marbles do. As here we go with Heat 1, it is Candy Cane all alone, with the top 3 teams being able to, or marbles being able to win. Candy Cane, the only one in this heat. Candy Cane is in 2nd place. They've been very good in recent events. It's time to start the first lap, or the final event of IMM. Down we go through that first funnel. It's a bit hard to tell who's in the lead. It looks like Goblin had a good start at first, but no, Patriotic, or no, Chameleon is in the lead right now. They go whip around through the funnel. It's Candy Cane is challenging for the lead, but is in 4th at the moment. Candy Cane gets a good hit though entering that funnel though, but it looks like Axolotl has the best angle. No, it's going to be Patriotic, then Axolotl, then Quartz, then Signal Flag, and Iceberg. Only 5 marbles made it down.
Yeah, only 3 marbles DNF'd in that heat. There's also a lot of chances for marbles to DNF, especially in those top few funnels. Could be a very dangerous course, as it looks like Iceberg is taking the lead here. Quartz, Candy Cane's right behind them. Iceberg looks to get the win though. Here comes Firefly. Firefly will be getting the win and will be sitting on pole here in the next lap here. Tiger Shark looks to get dead last for this round.
Yeah, it's Firefly. Shocking to see them that high as we head into the 3rd lap now. Is that Patriotic that I see in the lead? Yes, it is. Very quick through. No, it is not Patriotic. That was Candy Cane. Very quick through the Blinko, but Patriotic is going to get a hit. It's not enough to take the lead though. Candy Cane is in 3rd at the moment. They're up there with Signal Flag. Only 4 marbles are rolling. It's going to be Firefly taking the lead. Signal Flag in 2nd. Candy Cane in 3rd, and Patriotic will be in 4th. We go into the penultimate lap.
Looks like there was another mass pile of DNFs there. Hopefully that doesn't happen for the final lap here. Let's move into, this is the penultimate lap here. Looks like Patriotic has another lead, but Chameleon comes from the far side here to take it, head against the green funnel. Everyone is now in the green funnel. This is going to be hard to tell who's going to win it. It will be Candy Cane actually, followed by Chameleon, which means Candy Cane is going to start on pole heading into the final lap. Which means they could advance here to the top 4.
Crucial for Candy Cane here. If they can advance, they put lots of pressure on Penguin to advance as well. As we go whipping through the funnel for the first time, it's a very close field at the moment. In the lead, it is Patriotic. Candy Cane is not in the top 4 though. They've already lost 4 positions. Candy Cane looks to be in the 5th or 6th range, and they are running out of time. They need to get going. We already have a clear top 4. It looks like it's going to be Goblin taking the win. Patriotic that's Signal Flag, I apologize. But the 4 have already passed, and Candy Cane is not going to do it.
And just like that, Candy Cane is out of the championship running. They won't be able to gain enough points from separation if Penguin doesn't advance and Candy Cane gets 9th. So that means Candy Cane is guaranteed out here. As you take a look at our replay here, which would just be the 5th lap of the race here. Patriotic looks excellent from this lap. Really, these top 4 marbles, they had a bit of separation from the other 4, and that led them to probably an easy advance with their single flag. Does get the win in the end, followed by Tiger Shark, Axelo, and Patriotic. Those are your 4 marbles advancing from Heat 1. Firefly, Iceberg, Candy Cane, Chameleon doesn't advance. Shocking for Firefly and Candy Cane, they both had 1 round in this heat. As now we want to Heat 2, Goblin down to Supernova. Quartz and Penguin are both in this heat. Quartz would really like Penguin to not advance, and Quartz would also really like to advance here. I think they actually have to lead at the moment, but the Electrojet takes it as they enter through the splits. It's like Electrojet still holds the lead, but here comes Soundwave and Arctic Fox on either side, and they take the top 2. Electrojet in 3rd. So they enter into the green funnel. Who's going to take in this lap? It will be Quartz, actually, followed by Soundwave, then Electrojet and Arctic Fox. So here comes the other marbles. Crucially, Penguin is currently out of the qualification zone to advance.
Yeah, that's very big so far. Quartz in the lead, though. That is what Quartz wants to do. They saw Candy Cane go down. If they know if they advance, if Penguin doesn't, they have a good chance at winning the championship. As they go through the funnels, it looks like that is that Quartz again in the lead? Yes, it is. Quartz looking good through these early laps in the marathon. But they're going to lose the lead in the funnel to Soundwave. Yes, they will. Quartz is still going to hold on for a second, though, for a good result. Supernova looks to be holding 4th, and Sushi easily last there. I don't think Penguin did very well. No, 5th.
Yeah, as you now move into lap number 3, these laps are going by quite quickly here as Electrojet is taking the lead at the moment. Quartz is on the bottom 4. I think someone just fell off the track. We have to check into that more. Soundwave looks to take the early lead in this one. Looks like Soundwave is going to win it. And no, Electrojet actually takes over last second there. Goblin would have been getting that final advance zone, but I only see 7 marbles on the course. I think it was Supernova that fell off. And yeah, Supernova did fall off, as you can see here in this image. Poor Supernova as we're gonna head into lap number 4.
Quartz had a bad lap here, falling down to 6th. So they need to get that going. Maybe they are seeing a little bit of energy. It looks like they have. They are in 1st or 2nd, heading through the split. Now they are for sure in 1st. Quartz seems to be back. As Electrojet is in 2nd, they locate contact. This Soundwave in 3rd. Penguin is in 4th at the moment, but Penguin is being pounced on by the marbles. Quartz is going to get the win, and it's going to be Goblin in 3rd, and Penguin falls out of the ranking, the top 4.
Yeah, Quartz, they really need this advance to go their way as we head into the final lap. Goblin takes the early lead here on the far side. Sushi on the near. Goblin still holds the lead, heading into the green funnel now. Everyone comes in together. It's all one big group of marbles here. Like, Goblin is definitely going to advance here, followed by Soundwave, and I think Quartz advances, and Penguin does not. I think that is what happens. We're going to have to check the replay for sure. But I do think Quartz is definitely advancing here, and Penguin is not going to give a big chance for Quartz here.
One of the closest races that we'll ever see in a marathon finish. Everybody was right there. I think Quartz squeaked out top 4, but Penguin did not. You see 1st place there, it went to Goblin. 2nd place, Soundwave. 3rd place was Arctic Fox, and 4th was Quartz. So Quartz did it, but Penguin, crucially, does not. And that means it's either going to be Quartz or Penguin that will be the champion.
Yes, we're going to go to the 9th through 16th race to determine where these marbles will place, and that is very important for Quartz, as wherever Penguin places could determine whether they need a gold or a silver to win this championship. To move here, looks like Supernova currently takes the early lead in this round. Supernova did quite bad in their heat, so it's actually quite shocking to see them up this high as of now. Looks like Sushi overtakes them though. Firefly is also doing quite good here as they all enter into the green funnel. It's getting quite close between them again. It will be Electrojet getting the win, followed by Firefly, then Candy Cane, then Penguin, Sushi, then Supernova, Iceberg, and Chameleon will be getting that last here. Three, Penguin did get a decent spot here. Not sure if that means for the championship though.
Penguin got 12th. Chameleon, the marble in 4th. He's been wildly inconsistent. Another dead last. I believe that is their 3rd dead last finish in just 8 events. That is not good for Chameleon. But Penguin, who I believe got 12th, we're going to have to check for the permutations, but it's either way, it's going to be a hard battle for Quartz to win. But Quartz does have a chance, which is something that every marble just wants to have heading into the final heat of the season. Yes, Penguin did get 12th.
Yeah, it's gonna see through the permutations after these results, I do believe. But here we have the finals actually. Quartz down to Tiger Shark, Arctic Fox, Goblin, Axolotl, Patriotic, Sigilfag, and Soundwave are also in this heat. Here are the permutations. Quartz has to win gold now as we now move into 10 laps Goldland here. Arctic Fox seems to be struggling early on in this round. Goblin seems to be taking the early lead. Quartz now knows what they need to do. They need to get up there early on. It looks like that's what they're currently doing. They're currently in 4th right now. It looks like Goblin is going to take the window in this round. And they will, followed by Soundwave, Patriotic, Sigilfag. Arctic Fox actually passes Quartz in the end. Quartz finishes 6th. Penguin, Axolotl 7th, and Tiger Shark 8th. But pivotally, right now, Penguin is winning the championship.
Yes, Quartz may be saving energy, though. Hoping that it's going to work out in the end. There are 10 laps here. You can see they were in the battle for that whole way, but ultimately end up losing a few positions near the end. Yeah, Goblin leads the way. Patriotic is in 3rd, and Quartz is in 6th. And after 1 lap, it is Penguin who is the champion. Quartz does move up to 2nd, though, with that result signal flag holding on in 4th, which is basically a position for pride. Just going to lap 2. Who is in the lead? It looks like it is... I think I saw Patriotic in the lead, but they lose a ton of positions in that first funnel. Axolotl moves into 1st, but through the funnel they lose it. Quartz is in the lead now. That is crucial for the championship. Can they hold it, though, through the funnel, though? No one has hit them so far, and yes, Quartz is going to hold on for the championship lead at the moment. Soundwave is in 2nd, Arctic Fox 3rd. I think I saw Signal Flag in 4th.
Yeah, that does mean Quartz is currently winning the championship as of now, but they do need to hold on to this position, not let any marbles overtake them. So, like, they had an exit round through here, so did, like, Sigilfag as well. So Quartz had an easy time getting the win here. They need to do that as well for the final lap. Who got 2nd in this round? I think it was Soundwave there. Who got 3rd? It looks like it was Arctic Fox just barely over Sigilfag, as we do see the lap 2 results here. Quartz down to Goblin. Goblin finishing 8th in this round. So now we're going to see the permutations of now. Quartz is currently holding on, followed by Penguin, Candy Cane, and Sigilfag would currently hold into 4th, which should put them outside of the podium as of now as we head into lap number 3. Who currently takes the lead here? It looks like it is Axolotl who currently takes the lead. Goblin is struggling once again. Now it is Patriotic. I don't see Quartz anywhere up there. It looks like Quartz is struggling in this round. Now Soundwave takes the early lead, followed by Axolotl by the looks of it. Looks like Patriotic's up there too, and Patriotic's gonna win it. Followed by Quartz, then Arctic Fox. That's your top 3 for this round. Quartz just finished 2nd here, but it is currently not enough to win the championship. They would currently be 1 point behind Penguin, I do believe.
Yes, Quartz, they haven't lost contact with the top tier, which is good positioning for the moment. But by the end of the race, they do need to be in 1st. But Patriotic holds the lead for now, and I think Quartz got 2nd. Yes, he did. But Quartz would be 1 point behind Penguin. But unfortunately, that's not enough to win the championship for them, because Penguin's place in the 9th through 16th race was just enough to make it as hard as possible for Quartz. We can see in the standings now, Quartz 1 point short. Patriotic moves up 4 spots into 4th. That Marbles had an up and down season. 4th would be quite a good finishing position. Of course, the podium is already guaranteed. We just do not know the order. Now we head into lap 4 of 10. Quartz did not have a good start this time, but of course the marble to watch, it's Arctic Fox who does. Quartz is in 2nd though. That is crucial for them, but they do get passed for 3rd by Soundwave. Oh, Arctic Fox struggling through the Plinko. That tends him to lose some time. Quartz gets up to 4th, but it's going to be Soundwave getting the win in this heat. Quartz is going to be in 3rd. Patriotic 5th. 6th there for Tiger Shark. 7th for Signal Flag, and 8th for Axolotl.
Yeah, as you take a look through these replays, it looks like Soundwave actually got the best start there, but then they got overtaken by Arctic Fox. Arctic Fox had a really good run through this lap here. Could be bad for Quartz if they manage to overtake them for the final lap here. Soundwave does manage to overtake here in the green photo. Those top 2 could be crucial for Quartz if Quartz does not able to overtake them in the next 6 laps here, as we're going to take a look at the championship permutations. Once again, it is still Penguin currently holding on, followed by Quartz, Candy Cane, and Sickle Flag going to be currently taken 4th over Patriotic. It looks like only Patriotic and Sickle Flag are currently battling for 4th as of now, which doesn't really do anything other than for pride. Looks like 4 marbles got stuck there. Oh no, looks like Goblin's going to take an early lead in this round. It's like we're already going to have our top 4 here, definitely. Goblin looks to have an easy win here. Tiger Shark and Axolotl are also up there. Goblin's going to get a win. Axolotl gets 2nd. Tiger Shark 3rd, and Patriotic will be getting 4th. But what happened there? There was a Bastien left here in the earlier round. In the earlier part of the course, I mean. Look at that here in the replay. I think it's definitely going to show in the replay as to what happened.
Yeah, huge collision there. Quartz, unfortunately, involved. Same with Arctic Fox. The leader is losing a bunch of positions here. I'm not sure exactly what they're going to do. I think they'll just be placed at the back of the pack. But Goblin pleased to take a win here. These marbles pleased to guarantee themselves a top 4 position just by not getting stuck. So it's going to be Goblin, Axolotl, Tiger Shark, and Patriotic, and I think Quartz is going to get the advantage of starting in 5th. Through the championship, that caused Quartz to lose a lot of points. Penguin, right now, still holding on to the title lead. Quartz still has 2nd at the moment, but Patriotic moves up to 4th with provisional 4th at the moment. Now we go to start lap 6 of 10. Quartz had a decent start, but he's not in 1st. He looks to be in 2nd. But about equal with Axolotl before the blocker funnel. Axolotl has a clear advantage head out of the blocker funnel. The Plinko, Quartz does hold on to 2nd. Everybody's coming now. Let's see what's going to happen. Looks like it's going to be Axolotl winning. Quartz defends his position well and will take 2nd, so that's good for him. And Tiger Shark at the back. We've seen it a lot this season, but at least it's in the final this time rather than a 13th through 16th heat.
Yeah, and that's really poor for Tiger Shark, especially since they were in the top 4 the previous lap. That shows how much chaos can happen in each lap alone. It's like Axolotl and Quartz, they had an easy time through this round. They're going to get the top 2 here. Quartz needs a top 1 though. They need to overtake Axolotl. Here in these final 4 laps now, we do have 4 laps left to go before the end of this IMM season. This is going to be quite interesting to see how it will go, as Quartz is currently 1 point behind Penguin. So now move into lap number 7, I do believe. See here in lap number 7, Axolotl will be starting on pole here, and everyone is rolling. Who takes the early lead there? I think it was Signal Factor. Now it is Quartz who currently has the lead. Looks like Tiger Shark also has the lead on the near far side. Quartz takes it. Soundwave has the lead on the far side now. They all enter into green photo, all 8 marbles at once. Who's going to win it this round? It's going to be Soundwave. Followed by Quartz, then Arctic Fox, Signal Flag, Tiger Shark, Goblin, and then Axolotl there. That was a close one in that green photo. All 8 teams are really competing for that win there.
Yeah, Quartz seems to really want that first place position, but Soundwave just keeps besting into it every time. But I'll tell you, Penguin and his fans are sweating bullets right now with how close Quartz is to the top, knowing that you can strike first at any time in an event like the Marathon. Still, Penguin does have the 1-point advantage, but Quartz is really putting up a fight here. See if they can get it done. Patriotic falls down to 6th in the 4th place for that. Race Signal Flag up to 4th. So let's see what that will do to the provisional standings there. And it looks like it's going to be Signal Flag on 4th at the moment. But still, crucially in the lead, it is Penguin. By 1 point over Quartz. Can Quartz take the lead and put himself in the driver's seat? Down they go to start lap 8 of 10. It looks like it's going to be Quartz in 3rd place at the start. He's got the lead. There's a bit of a stoppage there, but Arctic Fox ends out on top. Soundwaves in 2nd, and it looks like it was Signal Flag in the lead, but Quartz is like falling down the course rapidly. They were in the lead, but it's going to be Signal Flag taking the win. Goblin in 2nd, Quartz in 3rd. Patriotic's going to be at the back, but I think someone DNF'd.
Yeah, that could be especially bad for that marble, but Quartz is on the podium here. They really need a top 1 finish, as we stated over and over again in this marathon already. As we're gonna take a look at this replay here, looks like this was another good run for Arctic Fox there. But it looks like Signal Flag actually managed to get the win there. I think they would stay in 4th currently, followed by Goblin, then Quartz. As we're gonna enter into that number 9 out of 10. But first, we're gonna take a look at those championship permutations. Yes, it is Penguin still in the lead, and Signal Flag just jumped into 4th there. So you're only a few points off of Candy Cane, though that would be the max points they would gain. As we enter into the penultimate lap here, who's gonna take it? Looks like Goblin actually takes the early lead here, but it looks like Axolotl overtakes them as they exit through the splits there. It looks like who's going to take the lead now? It will be Arctic Fox as they enter into the green funnel. Arctic Fox enters into the green funnel. Tiger Shark now has the most inner 9. Will they be able to overtake for the lead? Yes, they do. Tiger Shark will be starting on pole, heading into the final lap here. It's like Signal Flag will be taking dead last here, followed by Soundwave. As we're going to take a look through the replays here to see what happened in this round. It looks like Goblin, they definitely did have a good start here, but Axolotl must have overtaken them in that 2nd funnel. I didn't even see that. So we're going to take a look through these other replays. Everyone in that final funnel, that would be a bloodbath, especially if that happened in the final lap below. That would be quite dangerous for Quartz there. We're going to take a look here in the marathon final results for lap number 9. Tiger Shark down to Signal Flag, as we're going to also take a look at the permutations. Penguin still holds the lead, followed by Quartz, Candy Cane, and Signal Flag, as we're now going to head into the final lap here.
And Quartz do it. He's in 4th at the moment. That's a high position, but he needs to gain 3 as we enter the lap. Final time. I think I saw Quartz lead. No, that was Arctic Fox. In the lead right now is Tiger Shark out of all marbles. Quartz, I think, is in 4th at the moment, but he needs to get position. Is that Quartz I see in the lead? It is. Quartz is in 2nd at the moment. Can he make a pass at Arctic Fox to win a championship? They're in the final funnel. But Patriotic falls in, and that means that the champion of IMM Season 1 is Penguin. Congratulations to him. Quartz fought so hard, but just couldn't do it. We actually had a big stoppage, so we'll have to get them going again. But Penguin is the champion of this season.
Yeah, congratulations to Penguin here for winning IMM Season 1, though it looks like it was going to be close in the end there. Patriotic looks like they came out of nowhere there, and that green funnel really messed everyone's lines up by the looks of it. I think we're going to see that in the replay for sure. Speaking of the replay, here it is for the final time actually. Arctic Fox did have the early lead in. Quartz looks good throughout here in this final race, but it was unfortunately not enough to take the win. They do get an overall podium though in this final event though, so that is good for them. I think they are definitely overtaking Candy Cane. Look at that, Patriotic. They were like nowhere up the field, but they just overtook everyone in that green funnel, and they're going to take the final victory here. As I see the results here for the final time, Patriotic, congratulations to them as they're going to take a look at the overall podium for this event. Patriotic, Axolotl gets 2nd, and Quartz, sorry that I didn't even recognize that Axolotl gets 2nd, as you now see the 4 results of the marathon here, patriarch down to comedian. So you're gonna see now the overall podium of the season. Penguin with the win, and I think this is me and Benfica signing off for now. Goodbye.
Goodbye.